The 2022 Topps Series 1 checklist is live, and I've got the top 5 rookie cards for you to check out. What is up, everybody? Kyle here at Let's Talk Wax. So it's February 1st, and the 2022 Topps Series 1 checklist has finally been released. So if you're ripping or jumping into some breaks, I've got the top 5 hitter rookie cards that you need to be on the lookout for. As I mentioned in some other videos, 2022 is going to be a legendary year for rookie cards. The 2022 Series 1 checklist is a little sparse as far as rookies go, but there's one name you're going to really want to make sure you know. Probably going to be one of the most valuable Topps rookie cards that have been released in the last few years. And as many of you know, I only discuss hitters, so you won't find any pitchers on this list. 4 out of the top 5 rookies were top 100 prospects in 2020 before they made their professional debut on this list. And I did also leave a few prospects off this list that could still have some upside in 2022, like Lars Nootbaar with the Cardinals and Cal Raleigh with the Mariners. Before we get started, if you guys are into Bowman and Topps baseball cards, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my new content. I've also got a bunch of exclusive content on my Patreon page, like autograph checklist breakdowns of all Bowman products from 2019 to 2021. I'll put a link in the description. Now, before we start, the players on this list are ranked from my least favorite to my favorite. So let's go ahead and start this thing off with number 5, Gavin Sheets, a first base / outfielder with the Chicago White Sox. Sheets is a left-handed hitting 25-year-old who was drafted in the second round of the 2017 draft out of Wake Forest University. He spent 4 seasons in the minor leagues before getting the call-up this year. Over the course of those 1,513 minor league plate appearances, Sheets hit .282 with 37 home runs, a 143 ISOP, and a 17.7% K rate. He didn't start tapping into any of his power until 2019 in AA, when he hit 16 home runs. He kept his power numbers alive in 2021, hitting 11 homers and 254 plate appearances in AAA before getting called up to the show. In his professional debut, he hit 11 more home runs and 179 plate appearances. That would translate to over 30 home runs in a full professional season. Throughout his career, Sheets has maintained excellent K numbers, and he held true to his past performance, putting up a 2.5 K to walk ratio and a 22% K rate in his debut. Another great thing about Sheets is his ability to play left field and first base, so he has some versatility defensively. He'll be 26 next year when he makes his sophomore debut, making him the oldest rookie on this top 5. But he also has some of the most juice on this list as well. Next on our list, coming in at number 4, is Boston Red Sox center fielder Jaron Duran. Duran was drafted in the 7th round in 2018 out of Cal State University. He's a very athletic and dynamic player who has a history of hitting for contact and using his plus speed to navigate the base paths. Over the course of his 1,163 career minor league plate appearances, he's hit .307 with 86 stolen bases and a near 20% K rate. After his first 2 years, Duran didn't really show the ability to hit for much power. But prior to his call-up in 2021, he hit 16 home runs in AAA over the course of 283 plate appearances while stealing 16 bags as well. In 2020, Duran was the number 25 MLB prospect in the minor leagues and the number 3 prospect in the Red Sox organization. He was also one of the more anticipated call-ups of the 2021 season due to his athleticism and newly discovered power. Duran struggled out of the gate at the big league level, hitting .215 with a below-average 121 ISOP and 112 plate appearances. His K numbers also hit some career highs, as his K percentage soared to 35.7 and his K to walk ratio skyrocketed to 10. Duran had one of the roughest debuts of any player on this list, but he only had 112 plate appearances to adjust to MLB pitching, which for some, it can take years. He's a guy who definitely has the tools to make adjustments and put together a quality sophomore campaign at the big league level. He'll be 25 to start the season in 2022, so hopefully he can solve his issues sooner than later. Bringing home the bronze medal at number 3 on this list is Los Angeles Angels center fielder Brandon Marsh. Marsh was drafted in the 2nd round in 2016 out of Buford High School in Buford, Virginia. He was one of my favorite sleeper prospects going into the 2021 season. He was the number 73 prospect in all of baseball in 2020 and the Angels' number 1 prospect as well. He dealt with some injuries early in the year, but he rebounded and eventually made his debut late in the 2021 season. Marsh had a pretty impressive minor league career that spanned across 4 years. Over the course of his minor league career, he hit .288 with 45 stolen bases, a 152 ISOP, and a 24.3% K rate. Marsh is definitely a hit over power profile, and we'll probably never see him hit more than 20 home runs in the big leagues. But he does possess above average speed and can play a solid center field and steal some bases. Marsh spent the majority of 2021 with the big league club, and over 260 plate appearances, he hit .254 with 2 home runs and 6 stolen bases. As I mentioned before, he's not going to win any home run derby competitions with his 102 ISOP. But he played a quality center field in 2021 and hit for some average. I'm hoping he can brush up his 35% K rate next season in order to bump up his offensive output a bit. He's one of the younger prospects in my top 5 who will enter the 2022 season at the age of 24. Bringing home the silver medal at number 2 is one of the fastest players in baseball, Fidel Brujan. Brujan was signed by the Tampa Bay Rays way back in 2016 for a measly $15,000. He had one of the longest minor league careers of any player on this list, with 2,224 career plate appearances. Along with his speed, Brujan possesses some of the most elite K-to-walk ratios and K percentages in all of minor league baseball. Over his minor league career, he hit .288 with 31 home runs, 195 stolen bases, and an 11.9% K rate. Entering the 2020 season, he was the number 41 prospect in all of baseball and number 4 in a stacked Rays organization. Brujan fell flat on his face in his brief debut in 2021, but it was a tiny sample size of only 26 plate appearances. He's got the offensive profile to hit at least .250, and he stole 149 bases in his last 3 years in the minor leagues. He can absolutely fly. Defensively, he screams utility because of his elite athleticism and his ability to play both infield and outfield. Since the emergence of Jake Cronenworth, the utility spot has picked up a lot of interest in the baseball card hobby. Brujan could be a very exciting player and a huge asset to the future playoff runs the Rays will make in the next several seasons. Finally, the number 1 card in 2022 Series 1 is a Tampa Bay Rays shortstop, Wander Franco. The other 4 players on this list have a ceiling of becoming a decent big leaguer down the road, but Franco has a superstar ceiling. The Rays signed Franco in 2017 for $5.25 million. He only played 2.5 years of minor league baseball before getting called up by the Rays in 2021. Over his brief MILB career, he hit .331 with 27 homers, 27 stolen bases, a .204 ISOP, and an insane 7.9% K rate. Prior to the 2021 season, Franco was the number 1 prospect in all of baseball. And when he was called up to the major leagues at the ripe age of 20, he didn't disappoint. Over 308 MLB plate appearances this year, he hit .288 with 7 home runs and a 175 ISOP. He also put up just insane K numbers for a 20-year-old in the MLB. He only K'd in 12% of his at-bats and held a K-to-walk ratio of 1.54. Wander Franco is the real deal, and his card alone is going to be enough to carry the entire 2022 Topps Series 1 release. Following his rookie campaign this year, the Rays signed Franco to an 11-year, $182 million contract. He looks to be the face of an organization that will be perennial AL contenders for years to come. Wander Franco could be one of the most exciting players in the MLB in 2022, and he is definitely going to be the big chase in this release. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this video. As I mentioned before, the hitter checklist on this product is a little bit weak, but Franco alone will carry it easily on release. 2022 is going to be packed with an insane rookie class this year, and Topps Series 1 is just the beginning. As always, if you guys enjoy Bowman and Topps baseball cards, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my new content. And you can also head over to my Patreon page where I've got a lot of other exclusive content as well. And I want to take a second to shout out all my current patrons. You guys rock. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate the views. Y'all have a good night.